Hamnet 2025. This is a historical tragedy film, and it stars Jessie Buckley as Agnes Shakespeare and Paul Mescal as William Shakespeare. And Agnes is the name used rather than Anne Hathaway because to avoid confusion with the actor of that name. It's directed by Chloe Zhao, and it's based on a novel from 2020 by Maggie O'Farrell, who wrote the screenplay for this film. Um, and it's based in Stratford and in London. The London the London area shown is around the globe, and I was just walking along the bankside, so got to see it, just a few hours before I saw the film, and, I love that. I love being transported back in time, even though, when it's centuries ago, I tend to find it a bit more difficult, but this felt fairly immersive from the moment you see Agnes curled up in a ball in the forest, and she um, has a glove which she uses because she has an eagle. An eagle lands on her arm on this, and she's got this sort of spiritual air. She's very much into the forest, very much part of the forest, and that creates some suspicion amongst the Shakespeare family. But William does fall for her. They have children. They have twins, um, Hamnet and Judith. And as twins, they're really very close. They even swap clothes and say they are each other, which is a delightful late 16th century, early 17th century um, nod towards LGBTQIA plus, I would say. But there isn't much of that in this film. But there's a lot of comedy and tragedy, of course, and not that much comedy actually, but tragedy. And I won't go into the detail. It's a 2-hour film, and I think it's really, I mean, just the uh, the emotional impact of the grief that is explored in this, um, shown by Jessie Buckley and Paul Mescal. I enjoyed that, especially when it comes down to um, Agnes travels down to London to see the big play because um, William, he's got a big house in Stratford, but he travels to London, and it's dangerous traveling in those days. You have to cross rivers. It's not easy. So, I mean, just all of the scenarios that are difficult. I mean, we've got um, huge highways now. Well, not huge, but we've got the M1, the M40, all those sort of roads to travel between Warwickshire and London. But by that time, it would take such a long time to travel 90, 100 miles. I don't know exactly how far Stratford is exactly. I would say maybe 70, 80 miles. But um, just a lot of it really felt immersive. And the thing that gripped me, as well as that, was the catharsis of the storytelling. And stories are really amazing. And when a lot of the focus of a story um, a real life event is grief, if you can put into story how cathartic it is really immense, and I very much liked that was probably my favourite part of the film. In the Globe, when there's scenes in the Globe Theatre, because of where it is, but also, how Agnes reacts, and, the the play that's, there, and just how the whole audience react to the play really, struck me, and I don't think I've seen that sort of thing in a film before, so that's what I really enjoyed, and for that, I would score it a 9.25 out of 10 because they made it worthwhile. I mean, all of it. I think, 2 hours, that's often the upper limit of what I enjoy when I'm in the cinema, but, um, that the way I mean, the fourth wall is much easier to break in, um, a theatre setting like this was, the Globe Theatre of that time, and the people was telling, Agnes to shush. I can imagine that. I've seen one play. I was very grateful when a friend, treated me to, um, see a play, a Shakespearean play. Ooh, it was way back, over a decade ago, at the Globe, and standing there just like you see everyone standing, um, watching the play in this film, and Agnes is there. She gets to the front. She's so absorbed. Just, things like that really feel powerful, I think. So, um, yeah, there's, um, some flashbacks, because Agnes, when she was young, the, how she feels, like she's experienced grief before when she's young, and then it comes to revisit. So there's that. There's, um, I think, yeah, people. She gets told that Hamlet is going to be a comedy, but it isn't. It's a tragedy, of course. But that was one of those moments as well that I thought was really interesting. Um, so I'd love to know what you think about this film if you've seen it. Thanks if you like this review, and thanks if you subscribe. And I hope to see you again soon. And actually, before I go, I'm trying to think of something else that you might like to see so that I can put that in the link so you get to see another film of mine that might interest you. That's what I'm thinking of doing from now on. But I can't think of any film that would really that's similar to this. But so I think that will happen next time. But thanks for watching. Hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.